Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. So there wasn't one last week, and the reason there wasn't one last week is that I got some news regarding Fox 10 Beta, and I wanted to make sure that we actually had it nailed down for clear and, like, concrete, before I reported it to all of you guys. And still working on it, but, what I can say for now is that Fox 10 Beta Gamma is hopefully accessible in the next week or two. Almost definitely available by the end of the month, but I'm hoping the next week. Fingers crossed, we'll see. Fox 10 Beta unfortunately had to be abandoned because we're in a bit of a hurry at this point to get a hold of a place to actually start working on and moving into and whatnot. And the guy in possession of Beta wanted to confer with his wife about the offer, and then we didn't hear anything. So possibly she's killed him. I don't know. But we then quickly found Fox 10 Beta Gamma, and that honestly sounds like some kind of frat party, but you know, either way it works. Just to give you an idea of the housing market around here, I guess, Fox 10 Beta Gamma is directly across the street from Fox 10 Beta Alpha, and is nearly identical in terms of dimensions. It does require a lot less renovation than Fox 10 Beta Alpha did, and a little bit less than Fox 10 Beta Beta as well, so we pretty much just need to redecorate it. So here's hoping we get to start on that very soon, because we have... oh boy, by the time you guys see this, we have basically a month before we have to be out of here or we're stuck here. And even that latter option might not be open to us, depending on what our landlord's up to. Hopefully, things start moving very swiftly. But, on to the more concrete and positive news, we have a sewing update. So, as I've mentioned, I am practicing on me sewing, so that I can try and fix up the straps on this, so that it doesn't hang directly below everything on my chest. So, yeah. And I have mostly just been tinkering with some little, just some, very bog standard cheap, sewing supplies. The most common one that you might have seen so far would be this piece of orangey felt, which has a few of my stitching attempts in there. I think this is stitching attempts 2, 3, and 4, getting progressively more neat, and progressively tighter, and more reliable. And I figured now was probably about ready to actually, attempt something. So I have, right here, yep, I'm not grabbing the wrong thing, there we go. I have right here 2 tops, and they're very soft, very nice, they're very, cheap is their main thing. They were purchased because I know there's going to be painting involved with Fox 10 Beta, so I'm going to need some clothes to actually, intentionally get messed up with paint, because it turns out I actually don't have any. So I bought some very cheap stuff, and if it gets wrecked, so be it. That was kind of the intention. But they suffer a similar problem to the top that I'm trying to get to, which is that the straps on them are so long, despite these being the smallest you could probably get these in, that they fall below the level of modesty, shall we say. And they're not configured in the same fashion. The straps connect from the top to a diamond shape to the rest of the top at the back, so there's actually a point on the diamond where they're just individually attached rather than being one whole thing. Whereas the straps have actually been connected to both halves of the actual top and then sewn together with this main central seam. So not quite as clean a thing to fix, but nonetheless, I've given it a shot. That one is the untouched version. This is the version I've actually ostensibly fixed up. So I cut off here, removed about 2.5 inches. I'm not measuring this precisely, don't worry about it. And then reattached with a nice little black thread X there. And it's pretty secure so far. Obviously, it's not the neatest thing in the world, but, you know, this was just to see if I could actually accomplish it. Haven't put this through the wash yet, so I don't know how stable it'll be under that kind of condition. But, so far, I think it's working out okay. Again, we'll have to see exactly what its durability is. And you can see the X's, which is why I kind of went with the X instead of a different seam, because the X's are relatively cute, relatively aesthetic, that kind of thing. If they're going to stick out, they might as well look decently nice. But yes, I'm calling that a success, tentatively, right now, and hopefully we are at a stage where I can do some more complex stuff. Like my jacket that I love to wear around everywhere is, it has a zipper on this side that just goes to nowhere. And that is infuriating. If it's gonna go to nowhere, let it be like a portable hole or something. But no, it's just... It looks like there should be a pocket there. There ain't a pocket there. So that's something I want to get fixed up down the road. And if I can do it myself, then hey, it's cheaper and it's a learning experience and a hobby. You know, just a thing. It's nice to have practical skills. I'm not used to having those. That is it for the sewing update so far. With that, onto the schedule. On Thursday night, 11 PM BST, we have some more Destiny 2 in midnight, as K157UN3 is heading through Trostland and the EDZ. Then on Saturday at 9 PM BST, we have the Carousel, where we're going to be spinning the wheel to find out what on earth is going on. Lastly for the week, on Tuesday at 9 PM BST, we have Building Blocks, where we're cutting Minecraft mods live on camera. And videos you might have missed for the week. We have an instance of Dailies by Daylight as Amanda pursues the wild Yeetzilla. Yeah, it's about as straightforward a match as you think from that. And on to the questions. So as always, these are on from the comment section of the preceding vlog. If you have anything to ask me, drop down below, we'll see if it gets answered. Our one question comes from AI13. How many evil lyings are there? Lyings pretty much run the gamut. There's very pleasant ones, very personally, like, pacifisty ones, very lovely, helpful ones. Some are a bit less nice, some are less altruistic. The most obvious example we can pull out there is Sir Lying, Lying Harrister, who, it's fair to say, was a little bit on the side of being racist. He got over it closer to the end of his story arc. Or actually more the midpoint of his story arc, but nonetheless. For the most part, the Lyings are good aligned. Neutral to good. Very, very few of them dip down into evil, but there's the odd one. The only one that's really truly evil would be the Witch, so far. Everyone does have their limit. And that's it for today, so I hope you've all enjoyed, hope you're enjoying the progress updates of my sewing, and I shall catch you all as ever next time.